Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to be unboxing Heaven and Ale. So this one has been one that's kind of been on my anticipated, I don't know if you call it anticipated, but list of games I'd definitely love to play or would play if anyone ever asked, because I don't know what it is about it. I really like the name of the game. It looks very much like a Euro game, which are the types of games I'm typically into, and it's just been one every time I see it or hear of it. It just makes me want it. So I finally pulled the trigger on this one. But yeah, let's get inside the box and see what it looks like. So I believe this one has a bit of a rondel system where you're going around the main board here and picking up these different tiles and placing them out onto your board. So I believe there's like a light and a dark side to that, and it has some interesting things in it where the one side you get coins when you activate them, and the other side you get resources. So it's an interesting little mechanisms going on there, I think. It looks like this rule book is only about 8 pages long. Looks like it's pretty well laid out. It's not too much reading, so hopefully it'll be one you can get right into. Looks like it's got some examples too, so that's always good. I always appreciate when a rule book shows examples of things and doesn't just talk about it. Yeah, and then we get right onto the main board here. So it looks like that's more of a black and white, gray version of the cover. It's kind of expanded out a little bit. But yeah, and then we've got the actual board here, which actually I had kind of thought maybe it'd be a little more blah and beige, just based on, being a bit of a Euro game, but I do like the little splashes of color they use in this. It's definitely, I think that's part of the reason why I like this cover too. I don't think it's necessarily that, but it kind of gives me a stained glass type vibe here on the cover. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they're going for, but that's the feeling I get, and I get a similar feeling from this where you have some of these splashes of color throughout the board, which I think make it look really nice. Then, ooh, interesting. I did not know this. So I believe these are the player mats or player boards. These are also very colorful. I really like the colors they use for these. It's a very clean looking player board as well. Oh, and then that back also has the cover on it, which looks really nice. Wow, this is actually, I really like the look of this. But actually, these are not. For some reason, I was thinking these would be kind of the cardboard boards like a lot of games have. This actually is like the boards in, if you've played Planet Unknown, it's kind of like that, or just a thinner piece of cardboard. And I actually didn't know if I would like that when I was first getting into Planet Unknown, but I actually ended up liking that quite a bit, and thought that worked pretty well, and also made it easier to store. I mean, that game doesn't really fit in the box to begin with, but I mean, I think it makes for some more room in the box when you use these type versus a thicker cardboard. And so far, my experience with these has been really good with Planet Unknown. So it's awesome that these actually have those in here. So hopefully, I'll like these as well. So it looks like you've got 4 of those. I think the only difference kind of is the player color, I assume, right there in the corner. So those look pretty nice. Oh, and then we've got, now we're getting into the cardboard piece. Oh boy, my hand just went through that. Yep. These are going to come out really easily, which is always nice. It's nice when you can punch them out and they come out really quick. So yeah, we've got some different barrel tiles here, which I'm really liking the look of this game a lot more than I thought I would. I wasn't 100% sure if this was going to be a little more beige and not quite as colorful. Sometimes that's how they look, but this one actually, I'm really liking the look of the artwork. And it looks like you got Some tiles you can place there. Looks like they're coming out pretty easily. Then you've got some of the different types of tiles that you can put out on your board to move up tracks and tracks and tracks, which is another reason I'm really excited about this game. But I really like those colors are going to pop on those boards, I think. And then we've got the monks, 4 different kinds of monks, and then it looks like we've got our coin tokens, punching out pretty well. First I thought these were like flame tokens or something. Like, oh boy, what's happening here? And then we've got some more barrels, which look nice. Ooh, actually, I would have almost thought there'd be more sheets of those, but not to be. Looks like we've got a few bags there. And then we've got these wooden bits, bits and bobs. So it looks like we've got some blue anyway. We've got this little guy there and another guy. I can't remember. I know there's one that goes up on the tracks. I think these are to activate your certain abilities. Purple, you got yellow, red, black. There's some nice chunky pieces. But I wouldn't say there's anything too special about them. I think these are to mark your tracks. Just these little hexagonal shapes. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything too special about those, but I think for what they're trying to do, they should work just fine. Then we get into the last thing, which looks like, I believe, yeah, these are, really like the look of these cards too. I really like the artwork in this game. I think these are the cards you're given at the beginning of the game, and you can either turn them in to do the action on here, or you can turn them in for 3 coins. And then we get into the money, and it looks like there's 5s and 10s. I don't know what I think about, I mean, those 2 colors look pretty similar. I think I might have tried to use maybe a slightly different color there, but it should work. It's got the 5 and the 10 on there, so you should be able to see that pretty easily. But I think I might have used a slightly different color there, but I don't know. It looks totally fine to me. But yeah, with actually going through all of that, I'm even more excited to play it because yeah, the artwork actually was not saying I expected bad artwork, but it's just even better than I would have expected. So I'm even more excited to play this one. So hopefully I'll get it to the table soon, and maybe I can do a video on my first thoughts of it. But yeah, that is everything inside Heaven and Ale. If you liked the video, definitely give us a thumbs up. Otherwise, we hope to see you on the next video, and as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.